Hey, it's another great Friday with DJ and Brent. And DJ, another fantastic guest. Tell us all about him.
Thank you very much. This is Kelly James, and a lot of people will recognize uh, his face from television and his voice from radio and other places he's been. And Kelly is with Catholic Family Charities now, and so I get to work with him one on one. So this is really great. Hello, Kelly.
Hi, DJ. How are you?
I'm blessed. I want you to meet my friend Brant Bricker. And y'all have a lot in common with your secular lives and then also with your spiritual lives. So tell us a little bit about your summation about what you've been doing and then why Catholic Family Services. I know your personal story. I just don't know
Sure.
if you want to share it real quick.
Well, I don't know if 10 minutes is going to be enough time. Yeah,
The year
because you know my
was.
story, DJ. You were there when you heard it, and it was a little longer than 10 minutes. So, yeah, Catholic Charities of the Texas Panhandle, formerly Catholic Family Services, what I knew them as 40 some odd years ago. And it was because of them that, I'm even here in the Texas Panhandle anymore. They
Wow.
helped me at a time when I was a teenager, and that's why I'm here. And for the last 5 years, I was a stay-at-home father. Previous to that, obviously, I don't say obviously, not everyone knows. My hair has changed a little color since then. I was in television news for 30 plus years. And then for the last 5 years, I've been a stay-at-home dad with a beautiful 5-year-old daughter and beautiful 3-year-old son who love to keep me up at night. And I'm already up anyway, thinking about my next adventure. So why not have some kids keep me busy as well? So it was during that time I had always planned to go back to work when my kids got close to school age, but when I saw the job opportunity at Catholic Charities, I thought, well, I'm going to have to come back a little sooner. So, because that would be a job that I would just love to have. It's to give back, not just to the organization that helped me so much, but to help the community that I love so much.
What do you love most about the aspect of your job with Catholic Charities?
I'll tell you, it's getting to see the people that you help. I mean, when you see those people's faces, when all they're doing is they're asking for help, and then you give that to them, their face lights up because they're like, when someone does care. And the many programs that we offer, it's one of those where we kind of run the gambit there, where we help seniors and disabled and new families and refugees who are escaping war-torn areas and persecution. So when you get to see that and the immediate impact that you're having, it's really quite rewarding.
Wow.
Well, with the refugee center closing here, y'all are even more important now.
Oh, absolutely. A month ago, there was just the two refugee resettlement organizations, ours and Refugee Services of Texas. And well, our Refugee Services of Texas, they closed up shop here in Amarillo. So, that's one of those issues where the help is still needed. So we're going to take that on as well. So it was quite busy around here these days. I can tell you that.
True. That's true.
You know,
Well, what you got coming up?
Well, gosh, I have to keep track. It's 2 weeks away, but this is our big fundraiser for the fall, even though it's really kind of not even a month in the summer or 2 months in the summer. It's our Monte Carlo night. In the past, we're about 5 years into this now. Last year, we kind of held it as a 90th gala because we had turned 90. This year, we're 91, and not a little big celebrations for 91, but in 100, come talk to us in 9 years. That's going to be a big
wow.
old to do. So,
Wow.
but Monte Carlo night is still going to be pretty big for us. This is one of those issues or with those events where we, and if you've been to any kind of fundraising event in Amarillo, there's different kinds of things that are going on that people enjoy, and ours happens to be Monte Carlo. So what it is, we've got dinner provided by Feldman's Wrong Way Diner in Canyon, which, by the way, this tells you how good they are. They're up for Best of Amarillo in
Oh,
Canyon.
wow.
I don't know how you pull that one off, but
Feldman's Wrong Way Diner.
Yes,
Wow.
sir.
Feldman.
My good friend Danny Bird, he's the owner of that, and he offered to help out Catholic Charities in any way he could. And I thought, well, that's a great idea, and thank you, Danny. We love you always. And then we've got other things. At the dinner, there's going to be dancing. Pat Swindell and his jazz band, they will be there as well. We've got gaming. You can't really call it, I mean, it's casino gaming. You can't really call it gambling because gambling is not legal in Texas. However, you can game and get some, some chips and stuff and win a good prize, and then help out Catholic Charities at the same time while you're having some fun. And
for those who can't make the events, what's the best way for them to support Catholic Charities?
Oh, well, just go to our website, cctxp.org, and there will be easy ways to donate, even to, if you would like to get tickets, it's out there on the front page for Monte Carlo night. We've got a lot of great auction items. Jack Sorensen, I noticed in your email blast today, DJ, he's going to have a couple of limited edition signed prints that will be on the auction block. I'm very excited about that. When Troy Aikman was here a couple months ago, I stood in line with a brand new football, got him to autograph it. So that will be on the auction block as well. And then we've got Kendra Scott, which we're having an event with that store this weekend. They are donating some great jewelry as well. So we just have a lot of great things, and the community loves to come out and support us. And so generally we just ask and say, hey, can you donate? Yes. And so we just like for everybody to come out and say, have a good time and see what the sponsors are offering.
Well, tell us where it is and when it is.
Well, Monte Carlo night is August the 5th from 6 till 11 p.m. Did I say 6th? It's August 5th. Let me change that. That's going to be kind of a
August
strange,
5th. Okay.
August 5th. It'll be strange if they showed up on Sunday, because Mass will be going on at some point in there. It's at St. Thomas the Apostle Church at 4100 South Coulter. It's near 45th and Coulter, but it's got a huge parking lot. Just come on in, have fun. Even if you don't have tickets and you're looking for a good night out, come there. We'll get you tickets there. There'll be a lot of great things that you can bid on, even some fun games. You can win $1,000 Visa gift card.
Hey.
So I mean, yeah, that's quite a deal. It's gone with a fun game. It kind of makes me think of Vegas Vacation when it's just pick a card.
And also, you can reach Catholic Family Charities on the Welcome Partner website. So we've got you covered that way too. And we've got your banner ad up too, I believe. So
beautiful. Yeah, we appreciate you, DJ. You're always there for us.
Yeah, and you're good for a hug too, just like Brant.
Well, reach on in here and get it. There we go.
Well, fantastic. Another great person, another great organization in Amarillo where people take care of each other. And go to cctxp.org and check out more about Catholic Charities. Thank you again. Not great to meet you, sir. Thank you again, DJ.
Kelly, tell Lori hi.
I will do that. And my kids say hi as well, even though they didn't really, but we teach them to be nice and mannerly.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Grant.
Thank you. You're welcome, partner. It's Marketing Mavericks, talking about search engine optimization, free tips, marketing tips for your business. This is great information, folks. A lot of people pay a lot of money to hear this kind of information. We're giving it to you for free today, this marketing tip with none other than Rebecca Vi and DJ Steuben and myself, Bram Fricker. How's it going there, wonderful ladies?
Doing good, doing good. How are you today?
I'm doing good. And you know what? People have heard the term SEO. They've heard search engine optimization. They've heard it for years, but there's always new things about it. Rebecca, you've always been ahead of the game, especially in this area as well. And so I always learn something from you two. Every time we do a Marketing Mavericks, that's why I was excited to go live today, folks. But search engine optimization, you may say, hey, I've heard of it. I've seen SEO. Is that a Google thing? You know what? For those who have never heard about that before, what say you ladies? What is search optimization today?
So search engine optimization is something that probably all people are doing, whether they know they're doing it or not, as long as they have a website. So search engine optimization, I equate it to you're building a house, right? So you have a construction crew come in, they're building the foundation, they're building the walls. So that's SEO. Pay-per-click is kind of like renting an apartment until your house is fixed, right? We all want to pull up organically. We all know that in Google or in any Bing or any search, place, that if you're not in the top 5, then you most likely aren't going to be seen. So it's really important that on your website that you have search engine optimization, that you have the correct headers and meta tags. And that could be a little complicated, and you can actually hire people to do that kind of thing for you for an inexpensive amount of time. However, if you're wanting to do it yourself or do it with me, there's a couple of things that people could do on their own. First of all, there's a couple of really great tools that they could use. One is called SEMrush, and SEMrush, you can actually go in, and it's about $80 a month. You can go in and you can find the keywords that are most successful for your business and how you rank in those keywords. There's another platform with something called Vendesta that it's about $80 a month, and you can go in and it will tell you what's wrong with your headers and your meta tags, and then you can actually just give it to your web designer and ask him to do that. But on the other end of this is SEO is super important, because what it does is when someone's searching on Google and they look for keywords, so it's important that you know your keywords, and what you plant your flag in one keyword. So for example, if you are a foundation repair company, then foundation is your keyword, but then you have several different phrase matches like cracks in walls or that kind of thing, right? Does that make sense to you guys? Are you following me?
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, with that being said, what Google does is it looks for how are you, this isn't about your business, it's about the person searching. How are you making yourself available to answer their question? Okay. And you have to be able to qualify for that question, because they go through probably 100, I think it's 120 different databases to find that keyword and find out what's going to match. And then whoever matches, those are the people that are rise to the top of the occasion. Well, the really great thing is currently right now, we're going through something with where we're starting to do the voice search, right? That's really coming out. Well,
Right.
One of the tips that I say to small business owners is this. One of the things that you need to have for search to voice is questions and answers. So something you can do for yourself as a business owner is make sure, number one, on your website, you have a fact page, right? You have a question and answer page. You have a question and you answer it. Here's the new thing. Now you want to have it on your Google My Business page. So on your Google My Business page, there is a question and answer where you want to have questions and answers. And typically that's actually been having people reach out and ask you a question and then you answer it. Well, you want to go in there when it's convenient, obviously, but sit down and really think to yourself about what questions do people normally ask me about my business, and how do I answer those questions, right? Well, you want to go into your question and answers now, and you want to put that in there, because here's what's coming down the pipe. When I'm on my phone and I say, hey, I need a marketing company, one of the things that Google's is going to look at is the question and answers you have on your Google My Business page. So that's a really cheap way. My phone keeps going off. I'm sorry. That's a really cheap way for you to help with your SEO. So it's just something that's new. Here's my thing. If you're not a really great writer, that's fine. You can go in and literally put into some type of artificial intelligence, like any word, right? Or Jasper AI, and ask the question, and then it will answer it for you and optimize it to what's out there in the web right now about that question. You want to make sure that then you put it into your own words, because at some point AI it'll be known that it's AI. And so that's probably in the future going to lessen the amount of your grade, maybe is what I should say, when you're doing it. So just kind of in forethought, never, ever, ever use artificial intelligence and just go with what they give you. Like, go in there and make it your own. Because first of all, I don't know, every time I do some kind of artificial intelligence, it sounds like I'm getting something from Britain or something. I don't know. Anyway, my whole point, fiddle it with yourself, adjust it for your business
King's
and your
English.
personality. Yeah.
But they're very important. You know, again, people don't always think about this. You know, Rebecca, DJ, we know people who spend so much money in marketing. You know, they're good to establish their identity. They're good to, you know, establish their USP, their unique selling proposition. They're good to communicate those things in various ways, what their identity is. But when it comes to connecting with people or turning customers into ambassadors or inviters or repeat business, they fall short, not doing some of the simple things, making sure that your Google My Business is accurate. You know, I mean, how many times have we enjoyed, you know, we're making choices every day. We enjoy the marketing piece that we're seeing. We've bought into it. You know, maybe they've asked the 5 questions it usually takes to sell us. You know, by the way, 5 questions. If 5 questions are yes answers, you probably got the sale or you're close to it. But then there's the disconnect. Now that it's time to show up to the party, you're being sent across town to a wrong location. Something as simple as that. And it just kind of nullifies all that money that's been spent. So why it's so important, folks, that your search engine optimization, and we can talk for years about this, actually. Talk about backlinks, talk about the Q&A pages, all those things. But it's just really, really important. But it's really good. It's really good to know, folks, that you need to brush up on your search engine optimization as well.
Yeah.
Rebecca, when you talked about AI, what's the first step to do that if someone wants to is it Chat GPT, or where do they go if they want to kind of get a head start on some content that they need?
So I know everybody's using Chat GPT, and it's good, and it's a free product and that kind of thing. But I think really for content that if you're a beginner, you want to go to AnyWord. And the reason why you want to go to AnyWord is because they have a prompt indicator where you can actually use your URL, and you put in your URL, and then you say, what are the keywords that I need to optimize, right? What are the SEO things that I need? And it will help you with that. You can put in your URL and ask what questions and answers you should be, have, and it will help you with that most of the time. I always tell people, like, people say, well, Rebecca, you're just getting yourself out of a job. And I laugh, because I can sit toe to toe with someone, and I can do their AI and they can do their AI. And I can guarantee you what I do is going to be much different than what they're going to do. But for a basic concept of what you want, right? It would be very much like someone putting a direct mail piece together and then sitting next to DJ and her doing this for 40 years, they're going to see a difference. But my whole point is, do it. Like, go in and if you don't have anything, go try to do it. Do it for yourself. And I think you brought up a huge point that and I'm going to reverse kind of what you said, is people sometimes are checking the list off of having SEO right. They are checking the list off of having these great things on their website that's very cookie cutter, and they look exactly like their competition, but they have forgotten the old school marketing and what are you planting your flag in, right? Like, I can check the dots off on many things as a marketing company, and I'm just using that as an example. But I'm a dime a dozen. We are. I mean, how many, just in Amarillo alone, how much competition do we have? A ton, right? Well, each one of us, as your business, that's the one thing I think that you should not forget. And that's your unique proposition. You created this business for a reason. You did. And that reason is different than your competition. And your reason is not good customer service. So please, for the love of God, when you sit down, no, I mean, I don't mean that to be rude. It's just, but what is your value proposition? I mean, good customer service, that's just something you in your mission, right? That's a value.
Right.
But what makes you different? And when you have that driving force, right, then all those check marks of SEO or a great website or all of those things, that will come out. That will come out. But if you don't have that, then you can do SEO and you're going to get results. You can do pay-per-click and you're going to get results. But you got to stay true to the core value of why you started this business in the first place.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What do you think, DJ?
I agree. And also, you know, what makes you different, 3 different ways. And I've had people say, well, we're friendly. We answer our phones. Well,
That's big.
Everybody would assume you would
kind of is.
But you know, Rebecca, I know you've been studying artificial intelligence quite a bit lately, and I always think my brain works differently than a lot of people's, but whenever I hear artificial intelligence, I think, well, what's the opposite of that?
Natural ignorance.
I love that. That was good. That was good.
Homegrown stupidity. No, I'm sorry. Terrible.
Rebecca, you've done your homework on so much of this, and I continue to learn from you and Brant both. I feel like I'm sitting here representing the mom and pop stores that are available, you know, the businesses that we need to learn. We've been in business a long time, but we want to stay up with the times. We want to do the right thing. And one thing I can say about it is that good Lord has put me with the best people ever since I've been in business, we've just been with the best people, and our website is like that. We have all the top search engines on there, and if somebody thinks of something we hadn't thought of, they'll suggest it to us. I take it to 887 Media, and they'll say, yeah, we didn't think of that either. And then they'll add that, and we'll start getting more contacts off of it. So yeah, I'm a big fan, and I'm learning a lot from these sessions that we're doing.
Mhm.
I'm just so honored to be with the brightest bulbs that there are.
Well,
Thank you. Thanks.
I back you up on that, DJ. I think Rebecca's the brightest bulb.
I think we're just I don't know, all the chains link, right? That's why we do this. I just do want to impress upon that. I know we talk about, you know, doing things yourself. This stuff is super complicated. It
Right.
can be super complicated. And if you don't have the money to do this, I do hope that these tips and techniques that we talk about really do help people. But I do really say that if you don't have the basic foundation of your company, I have a lot of people that I talk with, and I do sell some really, really cool stuff, right? I do. I mean, like some amazing technology that's out there.
Right.
But I'm truthful with people when I walk in, and if you don't have your foundation built, I can help you, or Brant, you can help them, but SEO is a foundational process for your business, and you want to have that, because at some point you want to pull up organically. You know, it's not like the yellow pages anymore. It's just not. You can't alphabetically find someone. This is a recipe for success for someone. Now, there are lots of things you can do for yourself, and every week we've talked about those. But if it just gets to be too much, or you're too busy and so it's going on the back burner, really, I do highly recommend at least having a person come in and check under the hood of your website, look at your Google My Business, and have help with it, because in the journey, the consumer journey is different, and we don't do things like we used to. So I'm going to type in a keyword, and I'm going to look at whoever's popped up. And if you're not in the first page of wherever I'm at, being Google, whatever, you're not going to be found. But it's not just looking at that and seeing. Now I have at my fingertips the opportunity to nose around with your business, because back in the day, that's not the case, right? I looked at your yellow page ad, and if it, I guess, struck a chord in my heart, you were the one that I used. And I might call you and interview you a little bit, but now I don't have to do that. Now I can nose around and look at you from every aspect of your business. I can look at your Google reviews and see what you have, who's talking about you and what they're saying. I then can go to your website and I can judge your website. I can go to your social media and I can look at the reviews on Facebook or whatever social media. I can read what you're writing about. By the time that consumer journey comes to finding your business, what's the story, right? I mean, just this morning I had a client talk to me, ask me about a national product that they thought would be a really great networking opportunity for them. And one of the things I do for this client is just not marketing, but kind of be a coach on these are the right paths to take this business down, right? And so I'm going to tell you, when she asked me that question, the very first thing I did is I Googled it and I looked at the reviews. And there were more bad reviews than good. And I'm okay with people having bad reviews because not everyone's going to love you, right? But there were more bad reviews and some of them were super, super specific. They were. I was like, whoa. And I just took a screenshot of those bad reviews and I said, I wouldn't touch this company with a 10-foot pole.
And people don't, a lot of people don't even know they have bad reviews out there. They don't, they haven't even looked.
Yeah.
You know, and
or they have bad reviews because they're just starting out. And so they've had, you know, two reviews that weren't so great. And they've actually, you know, helped those people and got it through, but they're still a review, but then they don't go out and get better reviews to like kind of stifle those other reviews. Right. So those are just things. And I know that if someone's following us and talking with us, they're hearing these kinds of things every week, but I just feel like the KISS, keep it simple, stupid. Like we gotta follow that, you know? So anyway, that's my 2 cents on SEO. Take it or leave it.
Well, and you know, Rebecca and DJ, what I love about these marketing mavericks, you know, 24 years ago, I was doing workshops, marketing workshops. And we gave a lot of good information. But the end result was a great product at that time. And what we're doing with these marketing maverick moments, folks, we're not telling you just enough to get you to call us and use us, even though we could help you incredibly, individually and collectively. But we're giving you what you need to get started. And yes, you know, there is a difference between, you know, telling someone how they can get started and having that thing done by a master. Another great marketing mavericks. Thank you so much, Rebecca Vi and DJ Subin and Brant. We love you folks. Go succeed. Do something great today. God bless you. And we'll talk to you next time. The marketing mavericks and the solutions.
Go Google yourself.
Need some marketing help? Get more splash for your cash when you go to welcomepartner.com